Last Sunday, I did an introductory video called How Do You Change Your Life to Suit Your Lifestyle? And I said I would come back with a video that we could discuss the many ways that we can do that, and that's what I have for you today. So stay tuned. Hi, and welcome to my channel, and thank you very much for being here today. In today's video, I want to talk about 7 ways that we can change our life to suit our lifestyle, or vice versa, change your lifestyle to suit your life. That suggestion was given to me by my dear subscriber, Mary, and I thank you, Mary. So I guess it's however you want to look at it. Tomato, whatever way you choose to look at it. The point is to have your life and your lifestyle go together, mix well together, and work for you. So the first thing to me would be to evaluate your lifestyle. Really take a look at it and what it currently is, and then make decisions based on that. Now, I'll tell you a little story to give you an example. When we lived in Virginia, we had a big pontoon boat. I mean, it was big. I don't know how long it was, but it was called a party boat, and it seated 13 people. Those things are wide, long, and heavy. We absolutely loved it. And we would go to the river every weekend where the boat was parked and just go up and down the river and really enjoyed that so very much. Well, then we moved here to South Carolina, and boy, did we miss that boat. So after a couple of years, Dave said he really wanted the boat brought here so that we could do the same thing here on the May River or Intercoastal Waterway or wherever we wanted to go. Well, unfortunately, things had changed with Dave. His health. I think most of you know he has prostate cancer, and back then he had quite a few surgeries to remove a lot of body parts that had to come out, and the cancer, of course, metastasized. He lost all of his hormones, all of his testosterone, things like that. So he didn't have much strength at all. And a guy that was so strong he could lift anything could barely lift 10 pounds. Well, all he thought about was he would love to have his boat down here so he could go on it every day. He loves to fish and things like that. So we spent money to have that boat delivered by some kind of hauling company that brought it down, the trailer and the boat, which was not cheap, and we could park it right here in our community. They have a lot for that. We took the boat out for the first time. Oh my gosh, it was such a struggle. Between the two of us, we used to be able to put it in the water and take it out of the water and dock it, no problem at all. Couldn't do it anymore. Dave did not have the strength needed to guide it off the trailer and into the water and then bring it back out. Tried and tried and tried, and it just wouldn't work. So after several attempts, we came to the realization that part of our life was gone. It was gone. It didn't suit our lifestyle anymore because of his health conditions. So it's little things like that, or, well, that was kind of a big thing, but that you really have to examine and look at your life, and maybe you can't do the same things you used to be able to do for various reasons. But if you just come to accept that, you'll make good decisions for your life. Number 2 would be clarify your values or priorities or whatever matters to you. Now, in my introductory video last Sunday, I said for me it was comfort, safety, and simplicity. Now, that can mean something different to everybody in different areas of their life. Sometimes that comfort might just be comfy clothes. That's your comfort, and that's what you're focused on. And so you're going to buy a different wardrobe to suit your lifestyle, which is comfy clothes. But it can also be your home, your environment, and so many things. Now, I like a very comfy, cozy home. Probably most of us do. And then safety. Well, I talked about throw rugs in that video. And that was just something that came to mind because I watched what my mother went through. That doesn't mean you have to get rid of every rug in your house. I have area rugs, I have runners, and they're a short nap, and they're not a trip hazard for me or Dave right now. But those little, like 2 feet long by 2 feet wide, fluffy throw rugs, they can definitely be a trip hazard, and they slip and slide everywhere. So that's one area. Another thing, can you still get up on a ladder if you need something off of a shelf? Well, I can, and I do it all the time. But the day may come when I can't do that anymore. Maybe, I don't know, I develop a problem like with dizzy spells now and then, or you have a drop in your blood sugar or blood pressure, and here you are up 4 or 5 rungs on a ladder trying to get something, and you get dizzy and fall off and break one of your body parts. It's things like that that I think are important to be aware of. Now, as long as I feel I can still do it, I'm doing it. But I know the day will come when that won't be such a sensible decision to make. Number 3 would be set clear expectations. Don't focus on what you can't do anymore. Focus on what you can do. And again, I'll give an example. Just say that, I don't know, you had an accident and you have to walk with a walker right now. That's going to improve and you'll be back on your own 2 feet in no time, but for now you're not. Well, there's a lot of things you can't do anymore because you have to use a walker. That doesn't mean you can't do anything. As far as exercising, there's many exercises you can do by laying on the floor, laying on your bed, sitting in a chair. You don't have to be on your feet to do certain exercises. So always look at what you can do. Another way, for me, for setting realistic expectations, there's a fantasy self in me that thinks every day I'm going to get up and put on just a casual dress, but a dress, and maybe some nicer shoes than just flip-flops. And that's how I'm going to spend the day. I'm going to wear a dress every day. Well, I would love to do that, and I'm not talking a fancy dress, just summer dresses. But am I really going to? No. I want to in my head. My fantasy self wants to. But I can't expect that of myself. because I'm outside a lot. I am doing things in the yard. I love to clean. I love to get on my hands and knees and scrub the floors. A lot of different things. I like to wash the car or sweep out the car, different things. And it's just not that practical to do that stuff in a dress. So, sure, I can wear a dress a couple days a week, a casual sundress, but I have to have realistic expectations of what my lifestyle is. And even though I'm retired, I'm not just out running the streets and going shopping every day and going out to lunch with people. That isn't my life. It may be your life, but it isn't my life. I'm a homebody. I'm a cleaner. I like to clean. I like to do projects. I like to physically work. So just keep your expectations realistic so that you don't let yourself down. Number 4 would be identify necessary changes. Sometimes, due to, again, a variety of reasons, could be health, could be many things. There are changes that have to be made. Say you find out you have diabetes, or your husband does, and you have to completely adjust the way you eat or the way you cook for your spouse, things like that. Those are necessary changes. It's not a matter of choice if I want to do it or I don't. Sure, I could say, well, I like eating what I like eating, so I'm not going to change anything. That would be pretty foolish on my part. If I had to make a change like that, it's necessary. So there could be other things. That's the only example I could think of. But say you're not sleeping well at night, like me. You may have to make some necessary changes. You may have to start taking something to help you sleep. A lot of people take melatonin or sleep aids. Now I'm doing the magnesium, and that definitely helps me. But I can't forget it or just do it inconsistently. It's necessary for me to get a little bit of sleep because I am very sleep deprived right now. So look at the necessary changes that have to be made. I like the way I have my house arranged. I like the way my furniture is placed in the rooms. But if Dave's eyesight went bad where he couldn't see like he used to be able to see, and he could bump into something and hurt himself or trip over things that never were a problem before, then I may have to make adjustments and rearrange my house in a different way, move furniture around. I don't want to, but if I had to, I would do it because you know what? Life changes. We don't get to have things the way they've always been in our life. I mean, wouldn't that be wonderful? But it's not reality. We change, our body changes, our health changes. And no matter what we do or how healthy we are, as we age, things are going to change. We're going to slow down. That's something I don't even want to think about. But the reality is, the time will come when I will slow down. Right now, I'm going at full speed. But let me tell you, if I want to run down the street, I can't run down the street like I could when I was 40 or 50. There's no way. Little things change, and we have to change with them. Number 5 would be plan gradual changes. Take it a step at a time. Do little things. You don't have to go full force and change your whole life or your lifestyle because of a situation. Sometimes we don't know what has to be changed and what we don't have to change. So just make gradual changes if you think they need to be made, whether it be in your life or in your lifestyle, and start from there. And then you can work through what else needs to be done. If anything does, maybe it won't. But take it slow and easy. Number 6 would be self-care. Now, I'm not going to say much about this because I just did a video about self-care and how I've neglected my own just a few days ago. But we know that involves taking care of our whole well-being, our skin care, our body care, the way we eat, the way we sleep, things like that. You all know about self-care, but that needs to be a priority, number 1. And number 2, you may have to change it. That may be something that has to change. Your skin may be drier now than it used to be, or what used to work for you doesn't work for you anymore. Your hair color won't last like it used to. You used to be able to color it every 4 weeks, and now in 2 weeks you need it because you're turning gray. These things can happen. And you have the right to choose however you want to handle these situations. But it's all part of your self-care and what works for your life and your lifestyle. And number 7, at least for me, is simplify your life. Now that can be in many ways. That doesn't mean you have to declutter everything in your home. But if you don't feel like dusting 100 knickknacks every day, like I used to do when I had a lot of knickknacks and things in my house, then go ahead and simplify that and make it more manageable for yourself, if that's what you choose. If you don't mind dusting every day, go for it. You can also simplify your life with commitments. Sometimes we overextend ourselves. We say yes to this party, or yes to going to dinner, or yes to getting together with someone, or going here or going there. And we just get overcommitted, and it can get very tiring, and then you resent even going. So it's okay to back off a little bit if that's what you want to do in your life. Sometimes simplifying your life at home affords you the time to do other things like travel. Many people love to travel. I don't travel, but I love to hear about other people's travels. Well, sometimes it's hard to go away for an extended period of time when you have a lot of upkeep to do. And so by simplifying your life, it gives you more freedom. The same with clothing. Oh my gosh. That doggone master bedroom closet of mine, I have been working on that for years. And every time I try to get it to a manageable state, it ends up just getting all cluttered up again. I recently got rid of quite a few clothes that I've hung on to for years. A lot of them were very dressy clothes that you would wear maybe to special or formal occasions. That's not my lifestyle. My lifestyle is I'm a homebody. So I just can't keep all those things. Realistically, I'm not going to wear them. And if a special occasion comes up, I'm sure I can go to Ross or TJ Maxx and find a nice dress for a very reasonable price. So this is how I chose to look at it. I had boots that had pretty good sized heels on them. I can't walk in those anymore. They look good, I love them, but to go out and walk in them, I can't do it. Not the real like 3-4 inch type of heel. So I got rid of those. That's another way that I'm simplifying my life. So I guess what I'm saying is, make your life to suit your lifestyle or your lifestyle to suit your life. Make what works for you. Be open to entertaining a few ideas that may make your life a little better or a little easier for you. Be accepting of changes that will come your way, because trust me, they will come your way. It's going to happen to all of us at various times. It's going to be different situations, but changes will come. They may not happen to you, but they may happen to your spouse, and therefore parts of your life are going to change. Don't look at the end of a season in your life as the end of your life. It's not. It's an end of a particular season of life that you had and you enjoyed. And for whatever reason, it has had to come to an end. But your life doesn't come to an end. The end of one season is the beginning of a whole new season for you to enjoy things that you never even considered before. That's the fun, that's the adventure in life, of finding new ways, creative ways, things that we enjoy, passions that we have, hidden hobbies, talents that we don't even know we have. Sometimes they can be discovered because we can no longer do one thing, so we end up falling into something else. Life is good. It can be absolutely great. Just go with the flow. Make your life what you want it to be. Make your lifestyle what you want it to be. And enjoy every moment you can. And if and when things change, just make some adjustments and keep on keeping on. And by the way, if you have any suggestions, I would love your input. I would love to know ways that you changed your life and it made it better, or maybe ways that you didn't want to change, but you had to for various reasons. Tell me how your lifestyle works into your life, and we can read each other's comments and all learn something. Well, now I'm going to leave you with an inside beauty tip. My inside beauty tip today comes from John 16:33. I have said these things to you, that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation. But take heart, I have overcome the world. We're not guaranteed a perfect life. We're not guaranteed that life will never change for us. Quite the opposite. We will have much tribulation in this world. How we choose to live our lives, to join our lifestyle with our life, or our life with our lifestyle, however you want to put it, is our choice. But we have to appreciate and be content with whatever it is. When changes come along, and as I said earlier, they certainly will, that's not the end of a good life. It can be the beginning of a new one. Find acceptance. Treat your life as the gift that it is, and spend it the way you want to spend it. We can learn to be content through all the seasons of life that we are going to go through. And that's the most important thing, to be content. If you can't travel anymore, you'll find something else. If you have to downsize or get rid of some things in your home for reasons you weren't counting on, you'll learn to live with it. You'll learn to enjoy it. You'll learn to love the simplicity of your life. Life doesn't have to be complicated. Life doesn't have to be cluttered and a mess. We get to choose our lifestyle and how we merge that with our lives. I thank you so much for being here today. I truly do appreciate it. And until we meet again, this is the old girl signing out. See ya!